What's up, fight fans? This is Slim Olokwe with Slim Olokwe Boxing. So Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder, is not done yet. And despite his back-to-back losses, the former WBC champion has his eyes set on one final blockbuster fight before hanging up his gloves. And surprisingly, it is not Anthony Joshua, Dillian the body snatcher White, or even Tyson Fury. The Alabama slammer himself says that he is very certain that he will fight former UFC champion Francis Ngannou. But how realistic is this fight? And what is next for Wilder after his recent setbacks? Let's break it all down. Now, let's be real. Deontay Wilder's career has taken major hits because from being the most feared knockout artist in the heavyweight division to suffering back-to-back defeats, it hasn't been an easy ride at all for Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder. And after that devastating trilogy loss to Tyson Fury, Wilder tried to bounce back with a quick knockout against Robert Helenius. But then came Joseph Parker, who dominated him over 12 rounds. And more recently, Gile Big Bang Zhang also stopped Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder. And now, Wilder is now set to return this summer against Tyrell Andon in Kansas, which is a fight that is meant to get him back to his winning column. But according to Deontay Wilder, he said his mind is already looking ahead to a much bigger showdown. So in a recent interview with DAZN Boxing, Wilder made it very clear that a fight with Francis Ngannou is inevitable. And in his own words, he said him and Francis Ngannou has been talking about the fight and they are just trying to figure out how they are going to set up the fight. And right now, what he can tell us is that he is definitely interested in the fight, and he also knows that Francis Ngannou is also interested in that fight. So they are still working out the terms and how they are going to set it up, but it is just a matter of time, according to Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder. So now, Ngannou has had his own roller coaster ride in boxing because he shocked the world when he dropped Tyson Fury in their fight and nearly won on the scorecards. But then, Anthony Joshua gave him a brutal reality check, knocking him out in just 2 rounds. And that loss really hurts Francis Ngannou's stock. But a fight with Deontay Wilder definitely holds major appeal because in this fight, we have 2 of the hardest hitting punchers in combat sports. So it is definitely an explosive matchup waiting to happen. So now, the big question is that, are we actually going to see Deontay Wilder versus Francis Ngannou in the ring? Because for me, the fight makes sense financially, especially with Saudi Arabia looking to invest in big crossover fights. But the truth is, both men need wins. Wilder has to beat Tyrell Andon convincingly, and Ngannou will need a solid comeback fight himself. And if the fight does happen, it is going to be a pure knockout fest because we have 2 power punchers, both coming off tough losses and desperate for redemption. But boxing fans, what do you think? Do you think Deontay Wilder should go all in on fighting Francis Ngannou, or should he focus on a different opponent before retiring after beating Tyrell Andon? That is if he beats him. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.